So, Returnal. Let's talk about it and what I think about it, my first impressions. So I streamed this last night at midnight when it released, and I streamed it this morning. And even though my viewership was lower than it usually is for something like Outriders, I think a lot of people who watched me play it kind of really enjoyed it, and I was completely enthralled in this gameplay and actually playing this game. So hit the like button, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah, all that stuff if you want to do it. So what is Returnal? It's a roguelike game. So what that means is that every time you play this game, it's completely different. So I have died numerous times, I don't know, 8, 9 times or whatever, and I always return to this ship, which is the very, very start of the game. Now your objective in this game is to complete this level, kill the boss without dying. That leads you to the next level. Then you need to do that whole level without dying and keep doing level after level after level without dying to complete the game. That's how most roguelikes work. This game is a lot different to most roguelikes. You know, there's similarities to like Dead Cells and stuff, but you pick up abilities, artifacts, things to improve your armors, your weapons, get different weapons, etc. to help you through an area. Now, the thing is every time you die and respawn, the whole world changes as well. So this room here is the first room of this run. I walk through the main first door after the ship and I get into this room. If I die and return back to the ship, this first room will be completely different. The whole layout of this area will be completely different. All the rooms will have different abilities, different pickups, different weapons, different enemies. And that is how a roguelike works. You just keep running it over and over and over again until you progress with what you want to do. Now, when you die, you lose all your temporary progress. And I say temporary progress because if we go in here to like the status, there are some permanent equipments that carry on through however many deaths that you actually have. So here we have grants alt fire mode to weapons, and we have grants access to translocators. Basically, they just teleport you around the map, and that's to make your weapon have different fire modes. Then we have a house key, which is part of the story, which I won't spoil. And we have a crimson key, which is basically the final key to this level 1 to be able to get to level 2. And you want to be going through all the levels without dying to complete the game. So what I need to do here, because I'm back on the first level and I need to get to level 2, is I need to find the room to use that key. So I have to run through the first level, something that I've already completed, to get back to the place where I actually was. This is actually a room I've never experienced before, so I don't know where to go or what to do, but we'll have a look around. So yeah, what do I think about this game? Like most roguelikes, I think it's a very niche type of game. Only certain people are really going to love a roguelike game, and I get asked a lot, is this worth buying? Now, my answer to that would be, if you have a PlayStation 5, you have some money tucked away somewhere, and you like roguelikes, 1,000,000%. It's an incredible game. I've been having so much fun with it. You know, regardless of streaming, numbers, YouTube, whatever, I love this game. So when you come to like a roguelike game, every room has numerous ways to leave, apart from like the main first couple of rooms. So over here, you can see on the minimap in the bottom right, I have 2 rooms to go. I can go to that square light blue room, or I can go left to the triangle door room. Now, the triangle door room, the deep blue one, is usually something beneficial to you that you can do, you know, something available for you to get. Now, this area gives me a chest that I can open, or get this little thing over here, which is a malignant resin. Now, there are a lot of kind of complex, intricate parts to this game which you really have to sit down and learn. So like here you get malignant resin, so you pick this up and it will increase my health bar in the bottom left, but it will give me, unless I cleanse it with ether, and ether is something that you just pick up randomly. I have 4 of them, so I could cleanse this and have no problem, pick up this, get an increase in health. But if I want to risk it, I can pick it up without cleansing it, and I get something called a malfunction. Now, a malfunction is a negative side effect to you, so it could lower your health, it could, you know, do something that's detrimental to you, and then you have to complete a mission to remove that malfunction. So it might say like kill 6 enemies at the same time, or kill numerous enemies at the same time, collect this, collect that, and it will get rid of the malfunction and you'll be okay. Same with the chests too. I don't have enough ether to cleanse it, so I'm not even going to bother getting into that. And the permanent upgrades, like I was just saying as well, just before I forget, you can aim down sight and shoot normally, or you can press your left trigger all the way down with the haptic triggers, and it will give you an alternate fire mode. For me, this gun has a beam, Now this starting pistol can start with any ability. All the weapons you pick up can have any ability. So if we open this chest over here, hopefully that's a gun. So now we've got a carbine. So a carbine obviously fires like that. And then I can't fire my grenade launcher yet because it hasn't replenished, but it is a grenade launcher on here. So you can see, like, there's a lot of exploration in this game. There's a lot of repetitiveness in this game, you know, replayability too. It's a really cool game. It's got this kind of dark, dingy aesthetic because it's supposed to be like a psychological thriller too. And that's what makes it pretty cool. So the enemies are awesome as well. They have like a bullet hell pattern that you can dodge through these and not take damage, or you can just dodge them in general. Now most trash enemies aren't that great, so you don't have to worry about them. But the combat is fun. It's silky smooth. And you also have a melee ability as well, so you can slice people. Right, and then you have like shields around some enemies, so you have to run up and slice this to break it. And then we fight all the other enemies here. Now I can fire my grenade launcher. The aim assist is quite forgiving on this game too, so you can like sprint around and fire. There's a quick reload option, like Gears of War-esque. So, you know, there's a lot of fun, exciting mechanics in this game, while also being a fun, challenging game and a complex game too. The story so far, I haven't really got a lot of, like, I haven't really figured it out. Like, I've only just really started the game, but it is looking to be a very, very interesting story too. These things that enemies drop are called obolites, and they're basically currency, and there'll be rooms where you can buy specific upgrades and stuff. So it's very roguelike in that sense. Let me kill this guy here. Grenade launcher! Oh. Okay. So, we have an Attribution key here. These are pickups for like opening chests and opening locked doors, etc. And I think there might be another one here. So now I can get 2 locked doors open, and I can get you know, some chests open. So I can now either go this way, which is the objective. That means the Crimson Room. That's me to get back to level 2. But I could also go this way and get like some extra things that I need to get. So they like the basic mechanics of the game, also healing. I don't want to spoil too much. It's just something that you kind of should really experience. But that's the basic mechanics, idea, and concept of the game. Now, how do I like it? Oh god, there's a lot of puzzles here. Alright, okay, let me focus on these puzzles first. I don't want to die. Woo! Okay, there was another puzzle over here too. Well, another thing. Oh, that's just health. Okay, we'll get the health. Why not? Dashing through things means you take no damage as well. Okay. So what do I think of this game? I think if you like roguelike games, this is going to be a really, really, really great experience for you. What is this? Protection augment. Okay, this is probably going to put me in a fight, but let's do it. You're really going to like this game. There's a lot to it. There's a lot of fun abilities, a lot of fun weapons, really cool enemies, and really, really, really cool bosses. Challenging bosses too. But for people who just don't know roguelikes, it's kind of a risk for you. Like, you shouldn't just buy it for like no reason. But all I can say for myself is I have had a hell of a lot of fun playing this game. I was streaming earlier with it and I was so focused that I forgot I was streaming and just wasn't talking or anything. So it's just an incredible game. Like, it really is a lot of fun. And like having a different experience every single time, different abilities, different enemies, different areas. You know, different setups, but having a similar understanding of the fighting mechanics. Or a parasite. I'll explain a parasite in a second after I killed these. Come here, where you gone? Where they gone? Oh, there. Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out. Right, you stay there while I come and chop you up with my sword. How? Get out of here, Mr. Trash Enemies. Pow! So, parasites are another extra thing in this game, where they give you a bonus and a negative. So, I'll get 50% chance to find better salvage from hostiles. So, if I get salvage, it'll be a really good one. Salvage is kind of like an extra ability to use. But if I take this, then any malfunctions I get have harder fix requirements. I have to do more to get rid of the malfunction. But now I have that parasite is stuck on me back there, and I've just got to worry about if I get a malfunction or not. You know, there's a lot of exploration, a lot of things to find and stuff. The minimap's very clear too, with things that you might want to miss. There's little secret hidden rooms with special things that you can do and get. So here we get free chests with weapons. So we can open all these up and then pick a weapon that we like. Okay. So this one's a 1-star, which means it gets an extra bonus to overheat limit. Now, as you're playing through the game and you're shooting things, you're getting weapon proficiency. There's also pickups for weapon proficiency. That's a very hard word to say. And what that means is as you're going through the game, the more weapon proficiency you have, the higher weapons will drop at for you. So it's very much like a one-time progress until you die, and then you lose everything and start again. I do feel like if you've never played a roguelike and you've got the money to, this is a good starting point for you to be able to really enjoy something unique, something different, something kind of horror-based, but not really horror, like psychological horror. It's a really cool concept and a really cool game. I've enjoyed it immensely so far. The little bits of stories that I've seen seem like it's going to have a really cool kind of ending if you ever do get to the end, if that makes sense. If I ever do get to the end, I mean. I don't know how much kind of levels there are and stuff, and what kind of bosses you have to fight. So I don't know how long this game could last in like a single run. Maybe like 30 minutes to an hour if you never die. But I feel like you could get a lot of bang for your buck out of this game if you do invest into it. And that's just my honest opinion. What I believe doesn't have to kind of like equate to what other people believe, obviously, but that's just my opinion. Keep him trying to pop up and sneakily kill me, little bugger. So this is me returning to the level that I was currently on, because I have the key from the boss on this level. And you can see like another level, you can see kind of how different it is to like this area where there's a dark dingy jungle, which is kind of linear. And then we get into this big like colorful palette of an area, and I'll show you a couple of different enemies before we finish up. So that's one of the weapon proficiency things that you can get. Also, what's pretty cool is like there's dead bodies hanging around, which is basically Celine, because these are times where she's died and then returned to the game. Not specifically my deaths, but deaths in general. Okay, there's also consumables, which I forgot about. So you pop them with L1 and you get like whatever kind of bonus is from them. As you can see, this is a very vastly different area to the last. It's not dark and dingy. It's not as linear. Let's pick you up and see if I get a malfunction just for laughs. Okay, so what I have here now is a malfunction, and this is actually pretty disgusting one. If I'm stationary like this, my weapon damage is way lower, so I have to keep moving during a fight, which is what I do anyway, so that's fine. If I want to get rid of this malfunction, I have to fabricate 3 items, which costs upwards of like 200 obolites each to do. So you know, quite a hefty requirement to be able to get rid of this malfunction. Okay, now we get a little bit bigger enemies. Get out of here, Mr. Turret. That was actually kind of scary, to be fair. Oh, these are cool. They're like enemies that you can kill, and they turn into obolites, so you want to kill them as quick as possible before they run away and disappear. Like this one's trying to over here. Come back here! Now, obviously, obolites are kind of important. Now we can look at these flying box guys. We do really cool abilities and button patterns. But they're not very strong. My ult attack there is basically like a beam of light, and it bounces from enemy to enemy. I just want to see what this item is before we wrap up the video. So I can instantly reset my ult cooldown. As you can see in the bottom left hand corner, my thing's about halfway done. If I pop this, I get it all the way back, and if I pop that, I get my health back too. So there's a lot of cool like little mechanics like that. Let me kill these guys and then we'll wrap up the video. Pow! Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me, turret. Please don't shoot me, turret. Give me my other lights. And give me this chest. See what we get. Anything nice before we go? Oh, a Spitmore blaster at level 5. Because I'm on the second level now. My weapons are more powerful. And that's kind of like the game and the concept of the game. I'm not going to show too much because I don't want to spoil it that much. But I would say if you have the money for this game and you like roguelikes, this is going to be an incredible game for you. If you want to experiment and try out a new game, I think this one is really cool. I think the fighting systems and mechanics are really smooth and really easy to get used to. I think there's quite a lot of complexity in the items and the currencies and stuff, but you will figure it out and you will learn it. You know, the weapons are cool, the designs are cool, the enemies are really, really cool, and it changes constantly. So even though you're playing the same thing over and over again, it's a different experience every single time. If that sounds attractive to you, I highly, highly would rate this game and feel like you should probably give it a shot. But I understand if it's not your kind of thing, then that's not for you either. But that's my review on it. I love the game. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to keep streaming it because it is incredibly fun for me. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.